Hi, I'm Teja Maddali. As part of our late-breaking work, we discuss how people with early and moderate dementia perceive the roles of different kinds of AI-driven technology when supporting activities related to different types of memory. People with dementia can experience changes in physical, cognitive, or sensory ability that can fluctuate with, for example, time of day or mood. This fluctuating ability can result in an interface on a recently usable device for these activities suddenly feeling unusable for the user, and more so for less tech-savvy users. Recent work has identified auto-personalized interfaces as an area for exploration to make devices more accessible for the fluctuating needs of people with dementia and other disabilities. Specifically, AI-driven adaptive interfaces have the potential to make mainstream technologies accessible in a scalable way. However, there's a lack of understanding on the perceptions of people with dementia around AI as an aid on everyday devices. There's a need to understand how AI might fit into the user's day-to-day self-management approaches that include other non-AI technology and human assistance. We are specifically interested in how AI might support two different memory types, prospective and retrospective memory. These can decline or fluctuate at different rates depending on the user's type and stage of dementia and affect how they use technology for daily activities. Our extended abstract presents a secondary qualitative analysis of data from interviews with 17 people living with mild to moderate dementia about their informational needs and includes feedback on their perception of an example AI-driven accessible technology. Our themes cover two types of memory, as mentioned before, prospective and retrospective memory. Prospective memory allows us to make plans, retain and bring them back to our consciousness in response to the right cues. One example use case that participants discuss for AI and prospective memory is how it might offset the social cost of dementia when they're unable to recall plans. For example, AI can remind a user to keep in touch with a close friend. Retrospective memory covers the ability to recollect long-term past events or to remember information for short-duration tasks or recall facts and meaning. For example, meaning of words to understand language. P4 mentions how their voice assistant AI helps them verify information they might have scanned into their short-term memory. For example, event details on a calendar. AI interfaces were also expected to adapt to changes in the user's retrospective semantic memory, for example, by simplifying and providing meaningful images instead of text when the user is experiencing mental fog. Among the future directions for AI-driven accessible interfaces, we describe the perspectives of people with dementia on appropriate tasks for receiving AI assistance and ways to provide more meaningful cues to aid prospective memory. Another point of discussion is how AI-driven adaptive interfaces can learn user preferences to present information compatible with changes in the user's retrospective semantic and working memory. A better understanding of what users with dementia desire in personalities and humanness for AI can also be a future area of exploration. You can see our extended abstract for more details.